to welcome all our viewers in the United States and around the world. Welcome to another episode of The Talk with James Pierre. Today we're going to bring the spotlight on Haiti, but most importantly, someone who left Haiti, came to the United States, and now decided to give back to the country, the motherland, Haiti. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Stevenson Chery.
Thank you for having me, James Pierre.
So much to talk about, but first, as I promised to our viewers, I want to take you back to Haiti. You were born in Haiti, Carrefour.
Yes,
And
that is
Carrefour
correct.
is the city of traffic.
It is. It is. A lot of traffic. Miami remind me a lot of Carrefour.
A lot of
traffic.
Carrefour. So Carrefour, should I say, it's also part of the metropolitan area in Port-au-Prince. You have Port-au-Prince, and Carrefour is about like 2 or 3 hours if there's no traffic that you get there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Tell me more about your life, childhood life in Haiti, back in Carrefour.
Well, I was born around the time when there was the coup d'etat, the first coup d'etat with Aristide. So my parents had to leave the city. So we live in Lamontin-54 in Carrefour. They had to leave to go on the countryside in Degan area, which is right above the mountain in Carrefour. And that's where I was born. And then after the coup d'etat and everything settled down, they moved back where I attended school at Louis-Marie Deguay in Lamontin. And then I did 7th grade in Cajolet, right across from Juvena in Carrefour. That's very popular. Before moving to the U.S., where I settled down in Orlando.
We know during that coup d'etat, Aristide in 1991, it wasn't safe anywhere in Haiti.
Yeah.
Was it because they were part of any political parties, or just for safety they had to move you, the whole family, to another area?
Just for safety reason, and my dad has always been a community organizer, just trying to do things to help the community. And the fact that my mom was 9 months pregnant with me, just trying to make sure that she was safe around the time. So that's why they relocated to the countryside.
So how was it for you as a child in Haiti?
As a child, it was very different. So from 1991 to 1996, beginning of 1996, I lived with both my parents in Lamontin. Due to some family circumstances, I was separated from them from 1996 till about 2000, living with my uncle and aunt. I was still able to attend school then, and went through a lot of stuff around that time. And then in 2000, I reunited back with my family and my little sister, who was born in 1996, right before we were separated. But my father had left Haiti in 1996. So in 2000, he came back to reunite the family and then left again. And then in 2004, he sent for us to be all together under one roof.
How you dealt with that struggle, that separation, that emptiness, if I want to call it, that feeling of needing your parents?
As a child, it was very tough because you always knew that you were different compared to the other kids who had their father dropping them off at school or their mother dropping them off at school. But I knew that education was the way out for me. And that's what I try to focus on. That's what I put all my energy into around that time period.
Let's talk about now the transition from Haiti to the United States, especially Orlando. How was it for you coming from from a country to another one, to different cities?
It was very difficult, not what I expected, because I was always brilliant in school. I always did what I had to do. So when I moved to the U.S., I expected the same. I knew the language would have been an issue. I had already started taking an English course in Haiti, but that did not help much when I moved. So not only did I have to deal with learning a new language, I also had to deal with the cultural assimilation into the culture, on top of kids bullying you at that time period where a lot of the African American looked down on Haitian, calling us boat people, stinky Haitian a lot of times. So it was very difficult to get acclimated in that environment.
So you've been bullied?
Yes, I've been bullied from the time that I got to the U.S. up until my senior year in high school.
What was the reaction of your parents, especially your dad? Did you talk to your dad about that?
My dad, he mainly focus on, like, you go to school, just try to focus on the school that you go to, and try to learn as much as you can. If some kids is bothering you, just inform the teacher. Don't get into any fight, as Haitian parents tend to tell all their kids. And he was a very busy man too, working 2 or 3 jobs at times, making sure that the family had a meal on the table, and he was the sole provider at the time, since we had just moved to the U.S. But that was his advice to me.
Wow. Would I say, based on your story, it feels like all the steps during your lifetime, from Haiti to the beginning of your transition to the United States, there was always a part of you that's not completed. Like, my dad is very busy, and I don't have him around, and I'm being bullied. I have to move around because of political turmoil in Haiti. How you completed yourself to be a so successful person, now a doctor?
I mean, it's all about determination, and aside from the determination, I mean, I give credit to God first. It's all about determination. So, at times I'll go home and cry, but the fact that I was getting bullied, it motivated me even more to learn the language. So I learned the language through an English-French dictionary and watching cartoons on TV. And my determination was also like, there will be other kids that are coming from Haiti after me. I don't want them to go through the same thing that I went through. So I was determined to learn the language to help those that came after me. And some of these people are still my friends to this day. So that has always been my determination. And I always felt like education is the one thing that I can have that no one can take away from me. So that's why it has always remained my focus, no matter what struggle or what situation that I'm faced with.
So from Orlando to Miami,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Tell me more about that transition, and that now you decided to keep on going with school, as you believe education is the key to open all doors.
Yes. So prior to Orlando, I went to University of Florida, where I completed my bachelor's in biology. That's where I started to get very involved, if I must say, with my Haitian community out there in Gainesville. I serve on the executive board in the Club Creole, the Haitian student organization there on campus. So after graduation, I always knew that I wanted to become a doctor ever since I was a child. And I was always working towards that. After graduation, I wanted to take some time to give back to the community in Orlando, where I came from, because I saw that there is a need for not only Haitian, but African-American or Black teachers, especially male teachers. So I moved back to Orlando, where I taught high school chemistry for a year and obtained my master's during that time at UCF. And then from then I transitioned to Miami, where the Haitian community here in Miami is very visible, as opposed to Orlando. We're very spread out in the Orlando community. So the transition for me was a lot easier, because I felt like I came home, but at the same time, I had one focus. I came here for a degree, and that's what I was focused on.
Yeah. And then now you have it.
Now I have it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how you feel now?
It feels great. It's something that you always dream about. You say, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a doctor. To finally be able to have the degree and sit here and say, you know what, this is something I've always wanted to be. Growing up, hearing other doctors or wanting to meet other doctors that you hear of, for me to be able to sit in that position, I'm very grateful. I'm very happy.
Let me say publicly, not only we are extremely happy of your accomplishment, but we are happier because you decided to give back again, not only in Orlando, but now to Haiti. You have an organization?
Yes.
Kore IT. Tell me more about that.
So Kore IT is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that myself, Dr. Accilien, and Sam Jean-Baptiste created. All three of us met during our first year at FIU College of Medicine, and we came with the idea, let's do a medical mission trip to Haiti. So after that mission trip, we saw that we can't just do something once and call it that, and there was a need for it. And all three of us having lived in Haiti, we realized that there's a need for it, and something had to be done. So we did our research and looked to see what was being done, because we know Haiti is known as the NGO country. There's a lot of NGO doing work. So what was being done? Is there another organization that we can collaborate with instead of creating a new organization? So when we look around, we did not find any in our research that was approaching healthcare like we wanted to approach it, which is through the social determinants of health. So in our med school during our first year, we learned that social determinants of health is very important in addressing healthcare. If you really want people to be healthy, it's not reacting, but it's preventing. So that's why we have our three arms: education, the healthcare itself, as well as economic development, as we've learned that those factors are really important in determining how healthy a community can be.
Wow, wonderful initiative, I have to say once again. Dr. Chery, we are very proud of you and of the organization. I will follow, I promise our viewers, we will follow the work that you do, especially in Haiti, so we can bring them also the other side of how you keep on giving back to your community as you are struggling as a child, now become a doctor in the United States. Not only are you serving Haitians in Haiti, but you are serving the world, because South Florida, we have people from all over the world coming here for healthcare support. So thank you so much, Dr. Chery, for being here.
Thank you for having me, Mr. James Pierre.
All right, stay with us. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, much more.
Start your story at MDC. Be analytical. Be imaginative. Be a rising star. Be bold. Be connected. Be the solution. Be ready. What's your story? Be the best. Be you. Be MDC.
Welcome back. Our second guest is a role model for the Haitian community, not only in South Florida, but I would say all around the United States and also in Haiti now, because he has an organization that is giving back to Haiti. Dr. Accilien, thank you so much for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mr. Pierre.
Well, at the first segment, I interviewed Dr. Chery, and I, meticulously asked him to talk about Haiti, and
right.
he was telling me about the wonderful organization. But forget to mention you behind that organization. Right. So I would say now it's a wonderful way to start giving him some zoclo to remind, like, hey, we are part of that. So tell me more about, I know you were born in Haiti as well in the United States, but how you guys met and decided, you know what, let's have together an organization where we can really give back to Haiti. Haiti.
Right. So it was 2014 when we first matriculated into medical school at FIU. And it was myself, Dr. Chery, as well as Sam Jean-Baptiste. And we all met in our first year of medical school. We actually have a photo during our white coat ceremony where we're holding the Haitian flag all together. And so we met around then, and we all knew where our backgrounds were from, and we decided, as Dr. Chery had mentioned before, that later on in the year that we wanted to do something to give back to the country. It was a matter of figuring out what did we exactly want to do. So what we decided to do was we decided we're actually going to go to Haiti and do a mission trip, but we wanted to do it differently from other people. That was our mantra. So what we decided to do is we went under another organization, see how things were, and when we came back, we talked with one another again, and by then we had become brothers at that point. So within a few months, we decided that we're going to actually develop a nonprofit organization, Haiti, and then from then it's blown up.
Wow,
so
wow, great things. Let's talk now about you back in Haiti.
Right.
Dr. Chery from Carrefour, you're from a different place.
I'm from Haiti.
Right, it's like a Plateau Central, really
Central.
like all the other side of Haiti.
Right.
Did you find any cultural differences when you met Dr. Chery? I know, both Haitians, but from different places, maybe there are certain ways they behave and you guys don't act different, things like that? Well, any clues? Or is it just like, you melt and like, oh, we're the same?
Well, on one aspect, we did just mesh together because we had the same goals and aspirations, and we both came from similar backgrounds. I guess the only difference we could say is actually he came and visited my family because at this point, we're brothers at this point, all three of us. And the mosquitoes act differently depending on where you're from. So, so they went and attacked him when he was in Hish, and when I was in Kafu staying with him, they were attacking me. So I can say that's the only difference that I noticed.
Wow, great. Tell me about school here. We know it's different from Haiti. So you went to school in Haiti and school in here. The differences, and then were you also easily get into the system, or were you also bullied, as Dr. Chery mentioned it was his
Right.
case?
So I didn't experience too much bullying, but when I first came over here, I went to Newark, New Jersey first. And when I was doing a little bit of schooling there, there was a little bit of, there were some hardships because we were placed in the ESOL classes because we didn't know any English at first. So then I actually got, my mother decided to send me back to Haiti and then do some additional schooling back in Port-au-Prince. And then so when I did some additional schooling there, and after that we moved back to Newark and then came back to Tampa. But between that transition period, there's a lot of difficulties regarding the language, which was the primary issue. And in terms of the structure, in terms of how people interact with one another, it was very different too. And you could tell that going from Haiti to the United States, and how education is revered from Haiti and a little bit downplayed when you come into the United States. But my mother was always in the house and telling me, this is the way you're gonna get where you need to go, this is the way you're gonna get where you need to go. So it was always like pushed into my head. So the aspirations were always there.
So your mother, really your support system to help you settle down in the United States?
Mother was everything. She did everything. She worked 3 jobs while we were here. Right now she's a nurse. She's becoming a nurse practitioner soon too. So she's gone above and beyond, and definitely been my goal and my idol for how I've been, traversing through life so far.
Yeah. So now you're moving to Chicago.
Right.
So how you even settled down from Haiti to Tampa, now in Miami, and then now in Chicago? Have you ever think about, what, I need to settle down, or you just enjoy the life of a bird traveling?
I guess I'm more of a bird, I guess. I love to travel. I think everyone should travel as much as they can because it helps you get a different perspective on life. So going from New Jersey to Tampa, I gained something new. Going from Tampa to Miami, I gained something new. Going from Miami to Chicago, I'm going to gain something new as well. So I think it's just going to be a different experience, and I'm okay with that.
Good. Let's talk a bit more about Miami. As
Right.
Dr. Chery mentioned, Miami is really, the Haitian community is the second largest minority community in Miami. Dr. Chery is in Miami right now. You have family still in South Florida, or
Right.
Okay. So were you planning to also come back and work together here as a way of giving back as well to the community of Miami?
Yes, Dr. Chery and I have talked about this extensively, as well as with Sam as well, our partner. So one of the things we would like to do in the future is expand as much as we can. And if we can help the South Florida community as well, especially the Haitian community in South Florida, that's definitely something we've looked into and something we're actually aspiring to do in the near future as well. So definitely going to be coming back and forth a lot from Chicago to work on things too.
Let's talk about inspiration. Who really inspired you to say, okay, I'm going to go all the way, I want to be a doctor, I want to give back to the community?
If I had to pick one person, it's probably my mother. She instilled that in me when I was younger. My uncle as well, very hardworking man. Neither of them pushed me in a particular direction. They just told me that I need to be great in whatever I'm going to do. So that's what I've been trying to do. Luckily, I was blessed enough to be fortunate enough to be in this situation and be able to actually become a physician. So I'm blessed beyond measure.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Tell me a bit about your father.
It's a great question. So my father, actually, we were with him when we first came to the United States when I was very little. And then before I was 6, he ended up leaving. And honestly, I think I've seen him once since then. So he's been absent. He's been out of my life for a large portion of my life, if not all of it at this point. So it's something, that you work around, but my mother's done a great job. She served as a father. I've had father figures throughout my life between my uncles. My aunts have served as secondary people too. So it's been going well. I can't complain.
You're a successful person. As I say at the beginning, you are really a role model to the community, because from Haiti to do all you had to do to become a doctor in the United States, it's a lot, and we really admire you for that. But did you feel any type of emptiness? Because as a man, we're always looking for a father figure. You find that in your uncle. but not having your father around, will that also serve as a determination for you to say, you know what, I want to be better than what the society may think that I may have to be?
Great, great. Initially, I would agree. In the beginning, there was a lot of emptiness, and it was something that I had to battle through. And I would acknowledge that, but also tell individuals not to, shy away from it, because a lot of people are in my situation, especially in this country too. It's something that's very well known. As I grew older, I took the animosity that I had towards him and turned it into what you mentioned as in terms of a factor for determination. So something in terms of, I'm not going to be a statistic. I'm not going to be this particular statistic. I'm going to be a different statistic that shows what you can actually become if you change the negative into a positive. So that's what I've been doing. In terms of continuing to fill an emptiness, there'll always be a hole. But as much as it could be filled up, it's been filled up by other individuals as well. I've always found myself in other people, and I've been taking, points from other individuals and making that my own. So it's been going very well so far.
Haiti is tackling the healthcare system in Haiti, very poor system. Giving back is very good, but also many Haitians in Haiti, young men, are related to your story. What do you think it's also a good way to be a mentor to them by sharing your story? You're sharing your story right now to the world, but by sharing your story directly to them in their language, so they get to know you can be like me tomorrow. Even though your mother is not around or your father is not around, you can do that. Is it something you're also implementing on Haiti?
That's exactly what we're trying to implement. We're trying to make it a face, because growing up between me and Dr. Chery as well as Sam, we didn't see a lot of physicians. We didn't see a lot of individuals who look like us, especially coming back to the country to give back and say, you can do something. So we're making it a goal of ours to actually go back to the country and show these individuals and talk to these children, the youth that are over there, and tell them you can do whatever you set your mind to as long as you work together and you follow the goals that you've set out for yourself. Stay determined, stay focused, and know that education is the way out. So we're definitely trying to do that. We've brought in some interns. Most recently now with Haiti, we brought in our first intern. She did very well. We talk to the kids as well. Every single time we're playing sports, we go to the orphanages and talk to those kids. So we're trying to diversify in terms of every little place that we could put our hands in. We've been trying to do that.
Let me say, Dr. Accilien, we are very proud, very, very proud of you, of your work, your accomplishment. And I know that you're a bird, keep traveling all around the place, all around the world to get to know different cultures. And that makes you a citizen of the world. So thank you so much. I'm going to keep on following on your work as well. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Pierre. Appreciate it.
And thank you to you as well for watching wonderful show with Dr. Chery and Dr. Accilien. And I invite you as well to find out more about Haiti, how you can help this team to be better, because their ultimate goal of theirs is really to tackle a very, very important issue in Haiti, the healthcare system, and how you can help is always a good way that you can not only help Haiti, but also help the world. I'm James Pierre. We'll see you next time.